Hi, Coach.
What's up, Jax?
What's up? How's your day?
Good, pretty good, man. It's been pretty relaxing, honestly. What about you?
Um, I train in my backyard, and
Okay.
yeah, I trained in my backyard. I came back from school.
You didn't get to go to Smith Park today?
No,
No worries. I should have gone today. I should have gone to record some videos, but I didn't go. I didn't go. Ethan is in the house. What's up, guys? We're supposed to be reviewing Elijah's game. He's a younger kid in my other class, but I didn't get like a confirmation if they're showing up, but I think it'll still be a good video to review just because Elijah plays like right back. And Ethan has been playing a little bit of right back. Jack's been playing left back. So the outside back positions have a lot of the same roles. So we'll just have you guys watch it. I think he should be coming.
hello.
What's up, Ethan? Ethan just had a session with me earlier today, so um encouraged him to come on through. Guys, real quick, do you guys have any questions about like so last week we did I did a coaching call on nutrition. I know there's a lot of people busy, but do you guys have any questions about nutrition? Like what's your like do you have any curiosities, any like confusion, any like if you guys have any questions, feel free to unmute and ask me any questions. Like, I would love to get to know what you guys are curious about when it comes to nutrition.
Okay.
Do you guys have any questions about it?
I feel like I should have like a diet or something for soccer. Is that reasonable? Or like a diet?
Yeah, you should have some sort of like structured way of eating. Like, let me ask you guys this. You could be honest, like maybe it's one thing this day, maybe it's another thing another day. What do you guys what do you guys eat before game time? Like tell me what you guys eat. What is your go-to meal? Go for it.
Just eggs, and then sometimes my protein shake.
So eggs, do you blend it with something else?
No, it's those kids ones, like from Walmart. No, not from Walmart. From Costco.
Okay, okay. I think I know which ones you're talking about. Is it like the little bottled ones?
Yeah,
Um, what flavor do you drink? That's a
chocolate.
question. Chocolate. Okay, cool. So is that is that what your regular pre-game meal looks like? Is that something you do weekly or do you change it up?
I just do that weekly.
So you do eggs and the protein shake, right?
Yes.
Is there anything else you put with the eggs or just strictly the egg?
Eggs with garlic salt.
Okay. Okay, and that's it, right? Like just to be sure, that's it. Nothing else.
Yeah, that's it. Nothing else.
Okay, let's talk about that real quick. And then Ethan, if you have something, I'll let you answer right after that. But let's talk about
Oh,
Jax in your particular pregame meal. The biggest issue about eggs and protein is that if you have it before the game, eggs can make you feel a little bit discomfort in your tummy. And then the second thing is, this is a huge one, is that what you're telling me is that you're eating a lot of protein before your game. Like a lot. That's like a lot of protein, right? Um, if you're gonna have protein, you need to have more carbs than the protein. So based on what you're telling me, it sounds like you're not getting any carbs in it. Like protein shakes really don't have any carbs. I think at best have like 3, 4, 5 grams of carbs, depending on what kind of shake you're having. They have a lot more protein, but they don't have a lot of carbs. Eggs don't have any carbs at all. They have fats and protein. Um, so what it sounds like is you need to be having more carbs. You're literally having like little to no carbs at all. When in a game like soccer, you need to have more carbs, significantly more carbs before your game. Now, what you said you had, which is a protein shake and eggs, that would make more sense if you had that after the game. Because what protein does is it helps you repair your body. You don't really need a lot of protein before your game because your body doesn't have to do all the repairing yet. What it does need though is more energy sources. So before your game, you need to be loading up on carbs. So I know I tell people to eat a banana, but maybe like half a banana works. You need to be having a lot of rice. Ideally, like depends, white or brown rice. Like maybe brown rice would work. You have to test both of them, which one works better for you. You need to be having a lot of rice, right? If anything, a couple of veggies too. Veggies have clean carbs, but they also have long lasting carbs, long lasting energy with them. But what it sounds like, Jax, is if you're gonna do, let's say you do eggs, right? Is it boiled eggs or scrambled eggs, or how do you make your eggs?
Scrambled eggs.
Okay. So if you're gonna do eggs, scrambled, maybe you can put like scramble your eggs on a toast. For me, I personally recommend like sourdough bread. You can toast it, or you can do um you could even do like whole wheat bread. For me, like I eat different types of bread, like what I have like whole wheat bread, but like the organic kinds. I'm more into like sourdough bread now that I'm trying to stay a little bit more lean. So that alone with the bread, you're gonna get a lot of carbs. So if you're gonna try that out, try try to, and then even then maybe you can, yeah, scrambled eggs. Do you feel any discomfort in your tummy before you eat? Before you play? Or usually solid with your stomach? Like you don't feel too much?
No, I'm just solid.
Okay, you feel good? Okay, well if it's not affecting you, then you can keep trying the eggs. But I would probably take away the protein, save the protein shake for after the game. Replace the protein shake with toast. Try
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Try that. And then what else could you drink? You drink a little bit of water, just sip a little bit of Gatorade maybe because you might still need more carbs. If anything, eat half a banana. The only issue with banana is that if you eat a full banana and on a semi-full tummy, bananas just make you go to the restroom. It might hurt your stomach a little bit. So that's the only thing. As a reason why I would say go half a banana and maybe the toast. So you could even add half a banana and the toast, but you need to be having carbs before your game because if you're not having enough carbs, you're limiting your energy literally by a huge amount. Or another thing you can do is have the toast and the have the toast and the eggs. Have that about 3 to 4 hours before your game. So you got to really time your meals. 3 to 4 hours, maybe four. It will help you feel, it'll help you digest the eggs 'cause the eggs are a little bit longer to digest. And then 2 hours before the game, anywhere like 1 to 2 hours before the game, you could have, for me, I really love pineapple. I would try pineapple because it's really good. You could try watermelon or just do the half banana. Like those are some options. Or if you like mangoes, do you like any specific type of fruit?
Apples.
Apples is good. You can eat it, but the only thing is apples is like a banana. It'll probably make you go to the restroom. But that's why I want you to experiment with that. If you like apples, experiment with it. If you feel like, okay, no, I'm good, like I don't really, doesn't make me go, before the restroom, before the game, then keep having it. Everyone responds a little bit differently. Banana and apples are one of those that like it could provide a little bit of discomfort, but you won't know until you try it. Okay.
What about like oranges?
I would not, I would stay away from oranges from before the game. You can have the orange after the game. The only issue with oranges, and oranges are very, very, very good fruit, but I'll tell you why I don't want you to have it before a game. The thing with oranges is that it has a very high acidic level. So Basically, what that means is if it's high in acid, it makes your stomach burn. Acid is very damaging to the stomach tissue. So if you have it before a game, and then now the acid is like going up and down in your tummy, it can provide a lot of stomach issues. So definitely save the orange for after the game. I've seen a lot of people over the years, like parents, they'll give their kids oranges mid-game. That's also not good. You don't want to have oranges in the middle of a game. You can have it after the game, but don't have it before and don't have it in the middle of a game. Does that make sense why I'm saying no to the oranges?
Yeah.
Because the high acidity level will literally mess your stomach up. So I would stay away from oranges. Um, Pineapples too have a little bit of acidity, but like it's not that bad like an orange. Like an orange is like really it will just mess you up. Um,
What if I eat a salad before a game?
a salad is very tricky because salad is not high in carbs.
Okay.
It has a lot. It has carbs. It's very you know carb dense, but it's still low in carbs. Um,
Okay.
I'm thinking about what you can mix the salad with if you did decide to eat a salad, but just a salad alone is a lot of vegetables. The issue with having a lot of vegetables, and the reason why I said have a little bit of vegetables is because vegetables also take a long time to digest. So if you're gonna have some sort of vegetables, have it maybe 4 hours before your game. So let's say you have a game at 12 p.m. If you have a game at 12 p.m. on Saturday, let's just say, for example, let's say you wake up 7, 8, you should have your meal around 8 or 9, right? Depending on if you feel a little bit full, you might wait till 9 and eat. If you're gonna eat, I would I mean, if you're gonna eat a salad, you have to add extra carbs. It just depends what carbs you're gonna add to it. But salad alone is not a lot of carbs. So just try the toast. Like do you like any specific type of toast? Like bread? Do you like specific bread like white bread, wheat bread, sourdough bread?
White bread?
Okay. Try the white bread. Try the white bread. Try it. You know,
What kind of carbs can I eat 2 hours before my game?
the fruits, like the fruits that I just told you. So those you eat 1 to 2 hours before your game. So Um, like I said, pineapple is a good one. Watermelon is huge because watermelon has a lot of water in it, but it also has a lot of vitamins and minerals in it. And it's also easy to digest. Yes, it might make you want to go to the restroom, but probably not likely like a banana and an apple. So I still think it's a very good one. And then mango, I never really tried it. I know I tried it a little bit here and there, but mango, I would definitely throw that in there. What's another good one? Oh, let me tell you a good one. Hold on. This one, I mean, according to science and studies, um, I don't know if you heard of these, but I'll show you. These are like supposed to be like super Chicos. I used to try these when I was younger. Um, but the reason why I say this, I'll tell you why. One second. We might not even do a tactical analysis video today since since Elijah is not here. But let me share my screen real quick, guys. Guys, these are like hacks that if you just do it, oh my goodness, you'll just become so much better players. Um, Check this video out. Let's pause, I guess. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah. Oh, dates.
Dates. Dates. This
Oh,
is
my
like a
parents
cheat
eat a
code.
lot of them.
This is like a cheat code. The reason why is, it's not a big meal, but it has so much carbs and healthy sugars before your game. This type of sugar, it will like literally go right into your bloodstream and just give you a significant amount of energy.
Where could you buy it?
These I used to buy them at Sprouts, but you can literally buy them anywhere if you just look around. They're very like um they're what do I say underrated or overlooked like types of fruits that people don't really pay attention to. They don't really pay attention to this one because it's so small and like just make sure you don't eat the seed though when you're eating these. I wouldn't eat the seed. I don't know if people eat it, but you just eat the parts around the seed. They taste really sweet, really good actually. But they give you very natural, clean energy. So this is like a really good one. Let me go to GI index foods, fruits,
What
dates.
about like cashews or almonds?
I would not do those. The reason why is because I'm glad you're asking these questions. These are really good questions. Let me see if I can pull up an image here. Sorry, I'll get to your question. Let me see if I can get this. Okay. Um, I would stay away from almonds and cashews before a game. The reason why is because they're very high fat contents. They're very high in fat. And the thing with, so let's say you have your meal 3 hours before your game. So let's say you have your first meal at 9 p.m., 9 a.m. and your game is at 12. If you eat, like, let's say you eat a lot of almonds and fats, because it's so high in fat, the high fat foods, they take a long time to digest. So let's say your 12 p.m. Game time comes around and your the almonds and cashews haven't digested. Pretty much it's almost equivalent to not having energy for your game. The cashews and almonds will take hours to digest. By then it wouldn't really supply your bloodstream with a lot of energy.
Okay.
Um, you can have them. So here's the thing. Here's where you could have almonds and cashews. Let's say you have a 9 p.m. game at night, or let's just say or a little bit earlier for your situation. You're younger. Your games are probably not that late. Let's say 7 p.m. You have a 7 p.m. game, and you have your cashews and almonds like around 11 a.m. and 12 p.m. That makes more sense because now you have several hours to digest the cashews and almonds, and ideally you want to eat it as a snack, right? You want to eat it with a snack, pair it with like protein. Um,
Yeah.
and by the time 7 p.m. comes around, you already digested all the high fat foods. And they're healthy fats. When you hear fats, there's good fats, bad fats. Almonds and cashews are good fats, but they take a long time to digest. So that's the only issue. I don't know if I see
All right. Thank you. Thank you for the response for the foods. Because I
yeah.
usually like eat the eggs, maybe some almonds, and
Yeah.
my stomach feels good, but
Mhm.
like during halftime, it kind of like hurts a little.
Hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would try to limit the fats. And the reason why I said like you can still have your eggs is because even though eggs are high in fats, I'm assuming you're not gonna eat a ton of fats. Like if you have an egg, like maybe like have like one or two eggs. But if you hit like 4 eggs mark, like it's not gonna feel good before your game, you know? You could still have a little bit of fats, but not a ton. That's why I'm saying like if you had the almonds and stuff like as a full meal before your game, like literally right before, it probably wouldn't be the best. But what I would say is again, experiment, guys. The whole point for you to go through like experimenting different foods is to just test to see what works. Like instead of you having like 12 to 20 almonds, okay, have maybe 4, 5, 6 almonds, just a little bit, right? Just from a little extra taste, a little bit extra of the fattiness, to have you satiated. So that way, because the good thing about fats is that it keeps you full. It makes you not feel hungry again. Because I've gone through several games where, I get hungry in the halftime. And by then it's normal to get hungry, but you still want to have some sort of fruit at halftime or Gatorade, right? You still want to have a little bit of Gatorade. You don't want to go crazy on the Gatorade, but you want to mix the Gatorade in. Maybe you want to do like a fruit at halftime. It just depends on what works best for you. If you guys have dates, try it. If you want to go try the dates, go try dates before your meal, like 1 to 2 hours before the game. I don't know, have a few dates, you know? Try those things out and see like try a regular routine. If you have a game this weekend, try a regular routine. Try what you already been eating, and then the following week, be like, okay, I'm gonna test what coach said: eggs, toast, and follow that up with nah, maybe not a banana, watermelon. Maybe have a banana, sure, or mango, or pineapples, or dates. I gave you guys plenty of options to try out. So if you have a game this week or even test it in training, what I suggest, this is what I did for like 10 years, the last 10 years, or actually more than 10 years. No, what am I saying? Is you try certain things out in training. And if it feels good in training, try it in the game time. You know? Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yes.
Cool. Okay, what about you, Ethan? Sorry, I didn't mean to I
it's
went off
okay.
on that one, but Jax had a really that was a really good question to address. Do you have any questions about like what you eat? Like you asked, I think you asked me something, but I didn't get to you.
Uh, I want to build my strength and have more muscle so I can body players. Do you have any food I can eat to get stronger?
Yeah. So, I mean, if we're talking about gaining strength in general, I know people love to say like, "Oh, eat more protein." Yes, you should still be eating more protein. Um, and that's going to help you repair your muscles and get bigger muscles, but you also need to pair that up with a lot of carbs, like exactly what I was telling Jax. Because like the thing is, without carbs, you don't even have the energy to repair muscles. So like let's say I don't know, let's say your body needs to repair itself, but
Maybe.
your body needs energy to repair. If it has no energy to repair, it can't do the work to repair muscles. So even if you're eating like a lot of protein, but you're not eating enough carbs, your body's just not going to repair at the end of the day. So you need to be able to pair your carbs with proteins to have like an ideal, strength growth, to grow your strength. What I was telling Jax earlier was like instead of drinking the protein shake before, drink it after the game because that would be huge, right? And especially like you, Ethan, like you have a lot of energy. So I'm assuming you're having a lot of carbs, but you need to reward that high energy and the pretty much the downfall of all your energy after a workout. Because after your workout, your energy goes down. You need to be able to repair with the protein. So if you need to have a protein shake after, have the protein shake after. I would suggest like eating a lot of chicken, a lot of chicken breast, um, some ground beef. Some beef is solid, you know, steak if you like steak, something high in proteins. Because this is going to be good. It's going to be good for you.
Okay, thank you.
That makes sense. So if you keep up the hard and high energy, the hard work that you put into your sessions, but you don't fuel it with repairing, your body comes back like halfway. So like it doesn't come back fully repaired, and protein really helps you with that. So let me actually show you guys. I'll show you something real quick. So here's like a huge bowl after a workout with a ton of chicken. It's a huge bowl filled with just a bunch of pre-made chicken and already cooked. All I gotta do is come back from my workout and the microwave and boom, I'm good. So, um, this is a huge way to get a lot of protein after your workout. And you can see it's a huge bowl. It's more than enough recovery going on there, right?
Dang.
So, yeah, that's a lot of chicken. It's all filled with just chicken, literally chicken. So, this is what you guys need to be having. Yeah.
Okay,
Do you guys want to go on and watch a few clips from Elijah's video? He's playing right back in this game.
sure.
Sure.
You guys up for it?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, let's get into it real quick then. I'm gonna share my screen one more time. We're not gonna go over the whole thing because Elijah's not here. Thought he would show up, but no worries. But I'm gonna talk about a little bit about what Elijah does, because I think it could apply to you guys if you have this issue, as well. So let me actually, can you guys see my screen here?
Yeah, I can see it.
Perfect. Can you see the screen clearly or is it like very blurry?
It's pretty clear.
Pretty clear? Okay, good. So, we're gonna go through this quickly here. We'll have to save the rest of it for next week. But and then also, Ethan, this is actually at
Oh,
Walnut Ranch,
yeah.
as you can tell. So let's lower that actually. Let's go into his first play that I acknowledge here. We're just gonna go over what a good tackle looks like. So Elijah is number 6 here on the ball. As you
Oh,
guys can see, that's him in the white jersey. He's going for the ball. It's a loose ball. Checks his shoulders. Very good. Nice turn, but we got to get rid of it sooner. Actually, let's put the audio on for this one because he gets a lot of good praise here, and I think he does a good job. Okay, so very good. Very good tackle.
how does he take these shots? Do they use a drone or something?
This is a VO camera.
Oh,
So, so if your club team or your AYSO team, the coach, maybe he can arrange this. You can ask him. It doesn't hurt to ask because VO cameras are very important. But you can ask him and see like, hey, like, coach, can we get a VO camera and see what he says? You know,
okay.
at the end of the day, he won't feel any urge to really get it if nobody asks him.
Yeah.
And you could be the first. Even you never know. So here, the issue here is okay, nobody is even close to the ball in this situation. Elijah is the one over here. He's the one on the first post. If Elijah scans a little bit more, he can start to see this player approaching and he can start to close down the space. But what I would do is I would probably leave the first post because we have 4 against 3 in the box, and then there's 2 versus 0 here. And the thing with Elijah in this game is that there's certain areas where he's not yet scanning several times throughout the game. So if I see this and I'm a defender and I scan and I see this guy's alone checking in, I'm most likely going to leave the first post. But Elijah in this situation doesn't leave the first post till it's very late. By then the guy gets a very easy shot. Here it's already too late. If that gets through, it's probably a goal. But I don't think it's just Elijah here. I think it's everyone else on his team that should be helping because in this situation, he's responsible for the near post, but there was no ounce of pressure on this guy here. Not even the striker decided to go down. So I'm not sure whose responsibility this is, but this has to be a lot better from the full team as it is. Okay. That's what I would be doing as a right back, left back, scanning. The next thing comes up pretty quickly here. Let's let it play out for a bit. And then guys like Jax and Ethan, you guys are outside backs. One thing that I want you guys to get in a habit of is scanning like at minimum twice before you even get the ball. And I'll show you which situations you could start scanning. What I mean by scanning is, okay, look, Elijah's opening up here. He scans here once, and then I notice he doesn't scan again. The reason why I think you have to scan twice is because he scanned here, he sees his teammate opening, but that's like 1 second into the keeper having the ball. The whole play is going to change literally in the next like 1 to 2 seconds. And the reason why you have to scan again is because the game is changing in literally 1 to 2 seconds. This player might end up becoming, it looks like he's going to be open, but look at this guy is also chasing him down. So if Elijah thinks, well, oh, okay, I scanned once, my player is going to be open. Well, he has to scan again and think twice because now there's a player on his teammate's back. So if you don't scan a second time, you don't recognize the change in the game. You don't recognize the change on your teammate's back. So here he scans, it looks like he's scanning once. The scanning once is to see like, okay, what's the game looking like? The scanning twice, he doesn't scan anymore. By the time he gets the ball, look, this player is almost under pressure. Everyone else is under pressure, and now the pressure is coming to Elijah. Now what he thought was once a free and open player is officially changed. The game is officially changed in less than 2 seconds. Now he has to find another option, but he doesn't really have another option at the moment, and he hasn't scanned a second time. Um, so now he's kind of in a lot of trouble at this moment. So let's see what happens. But what I would suggest is scanning twice, looking to see who's the next option, despite the first scan. Here he gets into trouble, and then he plays this type of ball. So if you guys know, as left back, right back, we cannot be playing balls down the middle, especially across the field. If unfortunately this guy doesn't get it, or should say, fortunately, this guy he does not get the ball. Unfortunate for him because that was almost an early Christmas gift there. But these are the types of balls, like if you guys are under deep, deep pressure, you cannot be playing these balls at all. Okay? This is going to
Okay.
cause a lot of trouble. For me, the best thing you can do is if you're a right back, play on the right side of the field. If you're a left back, Jax, you should be playing that ball straight down the left side of the field, but never down the middle this way. Um, it's just asking for a lot of danger. Okay? And I would not recommend this type of pass. But if maybe Elijah scanned twice, maybe he would have seen this player here available. These are just things that I'm pointing out that I think we need to think about. And it's just basically what I see from watching this game. Here we lose the ball. Okay, cool. So again, so here he's scanning a little bit more, much better. Um, so that was like an example that needs a lot of work. Now let's look at we're gonna look at exact same example where it actually, what I was literally trying to tell you is passing it straight down the wing, down the flanks. Okay, this is a good example of what I think would happen. Left back scans, open hips, takes it down the line. This is a better ball to play, even though it's two players and he goes right down the middle. It's a great pass, but it's far better to put this ball up the field on the flanks rather than just playing this ball across the field down the middle where there's a lot of danger. Okay, so I think this was a great pass from this left back here. So Jax, this is like your situation. You can get in there, put a nice long ball. Unfortunately, his teammate doesn't get it, but it's still better to push that ball up the field on the flanks than it is to, again, down the middle of the field. Okay. Here he does a solid job of keeping the ball for them. And that's pretty much a safer option coming out of the back. So we're going to talk about another thing. And I don't know, Ethan, I haven't seen your games yet. I'm not sure if this is an issue for you in Jackson either. I want to go watch one of your games as well in person, right? I don't know if this is an issue for you guys, but I watched Elijah play this weekend. I noticed there was two very important times where he turns his back to the player and the ball. And he does this twice within about a minute. And I'll show you guys what that looks like. And we cannot have this happen. So
Pass the simple. Drop in the middle.
he turns his back a little bit and he tackles with the front foot, which is his left foot in this situation, as opposed to his right foot, which is his back foot. I'd have to show this to Elijah in person, but basically, you don't want to tackle like this. Okay. Here he goes in with the tackle on his left foot when his tackle should be with his right foot. Right there. You see that? You see that left foot right there? That's what needs to be fixed right there. Those mechanics right there of a tackle. It needs to be. Which one is his back foot? Do you guys see the back foot?
Yeah. Is it the left one? His left foot?
Back foot is the one in furthest to the goal.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, closest to the goal. Which in this situation, his body is turned to the right side, which means his right foot is the back side. His front foot is the one closest to the ball. And you're thinking, okay, well, if the ball is closest to if the left foot is closest to the ball, why can't I tackle with it? Well, if it's in this situation, his back is to the defender, and that's going to be a not very ideal type of tackle to make because his back is against the ball and you don't generate a lot of strength, a lot of, and definitely not a lot of balance when you're going in for your tackle. So if you're getting thrown off the ball a lot, you need to think about what mechanics you're using when going in for tackles. And you definitely don't want to have your back to the player like this. Okay? There's going to be another play that happens just like this. His back is to goal. Well, basically, he gets beat regardless.
Body.
We're gonna fast forward to again where this happens to Elijah again. Here, watch this. Again, with the front foot, you just got to sometimes use the left foot in this situation. The left foot to take you to the left, the right foot to take you to the right. This situation, Elijah tries using his right foot to take him to the left, which it's not ideal. It's just not ideal. It's tough to do this. All right. That was another situation where that happened. I think there was a play before that. Sorry.
Be ready.
I think it happens twice. Oh no, never mind. So yeah, so see that's what I was talking about. So he's tackling with the front foot, and when I was telling you guys is like your balance is like sometimes it's not even that you're not strong. It's just the way you're balancing your position. It's off balance. So what I was trying to say is Elijah's he falls a little bit, right? If he just has good balance and tackles with the back foot, he can tackle that ball and have some balance. But because he goes in this way, he ends up falling again. Again, here. It's just not ideal. When your back is against someone and they push you from the back, you're gonna fall a lot. Okay? It's just destined to happen. So this is what literally what I was referring to with just having less balance if you tackle with your front foot. Nice goal. So I want to point something out that Elijah does good, and that's just him being vocal. Guys, you guys are in the back, right? As left back and right back, you guys are gonna have like be double teamed at some point, and you need to call your winger. Sometimes your wingers get very tired and they don't want to help you guys. You need to be able to demand, help and not be afraid to demand help and ask for more from your wingers, midfielders to help you on defense because you guys run a lot. Outside backs run a lot. And one thing that Elijah, I noticed he does really well here is he instructs players what to do. And that's just what you need, right? You don't want to suffer so much on your own. So you need to ask your teammates for help. And let's see what he says here. Very good. He says, I think his name is Richie. Richie, go behind him. That's absolutely correct because in this situation, Richie, if that's his name, is not in an ideal position right here, being next to the player or even in front of him. Because this ball goes over Richie's head. Now it's a 3v2 and it's Richie's fault, ideally. But Elijah is very proactive. He recognizes this. Man, if this ball goes over your head, Richie, we're all screwed. So he calls him over, says, boom, and he fixes it up. This is a safer position now. And Elijah is right behind him as well. Unfortunately, he gets through that spot. But because he's behind him, he can recover. This should have been a foul from the striker because he's playing with the ball on the floor. But that was a really good thing. And you guys have to be able to communicate from the back. Like, honestly, this is what coaches are looking for. Can you be a defender who communicates with the rest of the team in front of you? So if you guys can do this, you guys will be much better leaders and players on the field. Okay? You don't want to suffer on your own. And then let's see. Here, he just needs to release the ball a lot sooner here. Too much dribbling. It's got to get, yeah. And then this is, I'll take this, right? Like, again, he didn't clear it down the middle. He recognizes too much pressure, too much, going on. Let me just, if he meant to kick it out, fine. If he didn't mean to, okay, still, at least he didn't kick it down the middle. He kicked it down the flanks. Now we can recover if we didn't have options and we're good. We don't have to risk losing the ball, getting counterattacked through the middle, which is deep, deep trouble if it happens.
Remember, let's keep the ball. Remember. Drop, Elias, drop.
We got two more guys, and then we'll end it here. Here, he just needs to, again, release the ball sooner. You know, he has a split right here coming in for number 2. If he wants to rotate the ball to number 9, he can rotate it. He has options. But again, you won't know this until you scan. Scan twice before you even get the ball. Let's see if he scans here. Maybe he scanned and then hesitates. But it causes that. Let's see what the left back does. Again, dribble too much. And the coach is saying release the ball. Yeah, it's correct. So if this player is coming in here, instead of taking such a heavy touch, maybe he could play the left winger out here, and then out to the center midfielder here. Or this left back could cut back in. But if you're going to cut back in, just be very careful. If you're playing the ball across, it has to be a secure pass to the midfielder here, or to the other right back across the field. It has to be a strong pass. So here, maybe he could cut back. I don't know. It's pretty decent pressure from the winger, but it's got to be a decision, one decision or another. And your touch has to be good out of the back. This is the right time to not panic, okay? Because if you panic, it just all goes bad from here. So don't panic in these situations, guys. You have a lot more time than you think you have. All right? And then let's touch on the last one. I didn't think we were going to get to all of it, but we did. And then I was just talking about this earlier. Elijah tends to not use his left foot, which could kind of, cause him some mistakes in the back. But let's see a situation where he should use his left foot, which is his back foot in this situation. Back foot, because look, the back foot, his left foot is the foot closest to his own goal. Front foot is the foot closest to the ball, which is his right foot. He still wants to use his front foot, which in this situation he shouldn't. He should use his back foot, get the ball out of there to generate more power. But he's not comfortable using the left foot. He needs to get used to the left foot. So he tries to take a touch with the right foot, and it's just a corner kick. Okay. So we'll need to address some of these issues with Elijah and some of you guys as well, about the importance of front foot, back foot. All right. So let's just see that one more time. Yeah, the best way to think about it is the back foot is just the foot closest to the goal. All right, we got through that. Perfect. Do you guys have any questions about that? You guys are outside back, so you guys should. I know, Ethan, you play a little bit more different positions, but recently
Yeah.
you've been playing outside back a little bit, so I figured we'd cover that component of you in your defensive game. So. Do you guys see why it's important I know you want to get stronger on the field, but you need to position your body to have better balance,
Yeah.
because it might not even be your strength. It might just be your balance. Your balance is just probably not the best, right? I mean, I'm not going to say it's not your strength either, but you got to think about those two together. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys have any questions about anything we watched? Like, does it make sense why you should scan twice and not just
Yeah.
because you scan once and you're confident, you're like, oh wow, I scanned, I looked, and then you go in and for the ball and you're like, wait, what? I just saw he was open. What happened? But you didn't scan a second time? Now you're panicking. If you're one of those players that lacks confidence, right? This is probably why. Like this is like one of the many reasons why you're lacking confidence, because you tend to like panic a little bit. And maybe all you need to do is just scan an extra time, scan it one more time before you get the ball. The game changes in literally less than 2 seconds. So you need to always be scanning. You need to get used to scanning. You're not just scanning just to look up to see, okay, what's out there. No, you're scanning to see like who's open. You're scanning to see like, okay, if I blast this ball up, what's the safest spot to put it in? You know? And if you scan and then you play a short pass, but your short pass to a player has pressure on it, like you didn't help him either. You didn't help your teammate either. You put him under more pressure. Now you cause him to make a mistake, you know? So this is why I say, like, if you're gonna put the ball up into the space out in front, at least scan to see where is the safest place to put it, right? Ideally not always down the middle, right? Like that's gonna lead to a lot of trouble. So and then another thing is like if you're going to scan twice and there's open space in front of you, yes, you can dribble into the open space, but dribble into the open space with a lot of options in mind. You don't just dribble into space because you see space and then you're like, "Well, what do I do now?" Like, no, dribble into space because you know if you dribble into space that you can unlock this passing lane or that passing lane or maybe a through ball, you know? So you guys have to one like experience or sorry, not experience. You need to know why you're panicking on the field. The game is fast. The game is really quick, but you have to be able to slow the game down with your own eyes and your own mind to to visually see what's happening, right? If you do that, the game suddenly feels a lot smoother, feels a lot calm. Okay. You guys have any questions? Sorry.
No.
No.
I have a question. Do
Yeah,
you
go
know
for it.
how I can overcome like stress or anxiety on the field during games?
Yeah, when I think you mentioned like a little bit today, but what is it you feel exactly? When do you feel it?
I feel it when attackers or defenders come towards me, like when I see them like in front of me, and I get stressed and under pressure.
So it has nothing to do with like your mindset going into the game? Like does it happen on minute one or does it happen when like in situations where somebody's running at you?
I also get nervous like before games too.
Okay, you feel nervous before games, right?
Yeah.
Do you have anything in mind like on what to do when you feel that way or are you just kind of like, I gotta get over it? Or what's your method to kind of dealing with it or kind of lowering it?
Uh, I don't really have a method to deal with it. It's still like in the game and it's still there after the game too.
Okay, okay, cool. So let's talk about what you can do before the game. Before the game, if you're feeling this, you need to work on first your breathing. For sure, work on your breathing. This is really healthy for you to just do in general, in life in general, right? Work on your breathing. Like inhale 3 to 5 seconds in. You can hold the breath for just a little bit, maybe another 3 to 5, and then release slow. Let's start working on getting it's called the parasympathetic nervous system to have that kicking in. This is going to automatically make you feel relaxed. And the way you can start doing that is just by the way you breathe. Just slow your breathing down first. That'll relax the rest of your body going into the game. Now, one thing that I used to do when I was growing up was it's called you can call it like imagery, right? Guided imagery. Like you need to envision the things that you know are going to happen in the game. So by the time they happen, they're not super shocking. They're not super stressful. You need to like literally maybe even close your eyes for a few minutes before the game. Or if you feel like you can use guided imagery with your eyes open, okay, leave your eyes open. But you need to literally use imagery to picture what's going to happen in the game. Because if you're feeling stressed out like a lot and you're very shocked at, players coming at you, it's not going to feel good. You're going to feel a little anxious. You're going to feel a little jumpy. You need to picture the moments that happened maybe in the game
Over.
prior, right? Like let's say you have a game this weekend and you know there was a situation where you felt anxious last week. Think about that game. Close your eyes for a few minutes. Think about the game where you did feel anxious and think about now how you would fix those issues. My phone or my camera turned off. Oh, sorry. I don't know what happened there. Okay. So think about the issue where you did feel anxious and nervous and stressful about a player running at you and think about how you could have solved that issue so that way if you see it again in your next game, it doesn't feel that stressful. You already came up with a solution in your mind, like how your feet should move, how your hips should look. Should you have pressed him? Should you have delayed him? So like even in some of our coaching calls recently, we've talked about how to delay, right? part of why you might feel stressed is because, well, first off, when you feel stressed, do you feel like you have to win the ball right away from the player, or what do you feel?
I feel like I have to beat the player sometimes if I'm playing striker or winger, or if I'm a defender, I feel like I want to body or tackle them and just get the ball.
As a defender, right?
Yeah.
But you feel like you have to win it right away, or do you feel like, okay, well, you have some sort of other strategy? What goes through your mind when you're feeling this? You have to body.
Uh, I kind of just want to like get the ball so then I can like move the play and start a counter attack.
Right. Well, you have to understand that sometimes the best type of defenders, yes, they're great tackles, great players who like to tackle, but sometimes like your job as a defender is literally to just force the player back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like sometimes you have to be okay with not winning the ball, but I'm not saying to don't win the ball like when you have a good chance. If you have a good chance in a pretty high, high chance of winning a ball, go in and tackle, take a risk. But a big part of your job is to force a defender back, or sorry, force a striker to go back. So just think about it like that because that's going to take a lot of pressure off your mind. And one way that we've taught the players here in our coaching calls is to delay. So you need to learn how to delay players, slow them down rather than try to win it back. Because
Okay.
it's very hard for you to go 1v1 against somebody and win it back every single time. There's going to be some really fast, really quick players who dribble past you. And if your mindset is always to, man, I have to tackle this guy right now, you're going to make, poor decisions. You're going to make jumpy decisions. You're going to dive in and try to win the ball, and all he does is tackle and move the ball over to one side, and he beats you. So in situations like that, this guy's a good dribbler. He's coming at you. Sometimes all you need to do is delay. And I should probably show you a couple of options or a couple of ways that look like. I should show you some examples of delaying. But jockeying is another thing. Delay, jockeying, the same terminology. Um, we have to teach you how to jockey a little bit. That's another defensive move. We've taught Jax a little bit on how to do that. I think Jax knows like when you're jockeying, which way to face your hips, which way to force the player. So I think those are good questions, Ethan. I think, we're gonna have to just teach you that, like especially in person, and then on some of these coaching calls, we can definitely do that. But you're gonna have to learn how to delay players, how to force them back. This alone will take a lot of pressure in your mind to think like, oh man, I have to win the ball back. I have to be the one that wins it. Because the truth is you're not going to win it every single time,
Yeah.
you know? So practice guided imagery, practice, your breathing before the games. Then in the game, don't think you have to win it back every single time. Although I like me as a defender, I love winning balls back from certain players. But sometimes my job is just to force it back. Maybe somebody else will win it. But stop the attack from going forward. You know, that's what your job as a defender is. Yes, it's to tackle too, but you won't get that chance every single time. So kind of think of that to yourself. And if you want some more imagery, some more feedback, right? Definitely reach out to me. Shoot me some of your clips of some more of your clips. I can help you get through that mental side of it after the game. You know, um,
Okay.
I'm someone you can rely on to share any like thoughts after the games, and that's how we tackle the three things before the game, the anxiety and stress that you feel before. We talked about how you can deal with it in the middle of the game when it's actually happening, and then after. So, but this is not a one-time fix-all situation. It's not like, oh, well, I talked to coach today. Maybe it'll get better. Like, no, you have to practice this like, I literally remember doing imagery on the way to the game. Like, I was in high school. We were on the big yellow bus. Um, and I would look out through the windows and I would just picture like everything that was going to happen in the game based on the prior experiences I had in last games. I would picture those similar things happening again. And then I would give myself 2 to 3 other solutions that I can do into this new game. So everything that would happen in training, I would remember it. And even in my last games, I'd remember it, look out the window, kind of just, yeah, you're like daydreaming, but you're actually not. You're thinking about the game. So you're just replaying things that happen. Some of them are going to be negative experiences. Some of them are going to be good, but for the negative ones, think about solutions that could have been better. And then watch more soccer. Literally watch more professional players play too. Watch what they do, the circumstances that they're in, and apply it to your own imagery as well.
Okay.
Highly recommend that. Okay. And then we'll go over some of those things in practice next week if we need to, with the jockeying and the delaying and things like that to kind of deal with that stress, the in-game stress that you might feel.
Okay. Thank you.
Right? Yeah, got you, man. Gotcha.
Coach, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So before my games, like I'm scared to get a little like aggressive because I'm scared to get another yellow card and like I'm
Okay. Wait, are you getting a lot of yellow cards already or no?
no, I only just had two, but that was just like in the beginning of the season.
Okay, not bad, not bad. Well, okay, I can see why you would. Okay. So you're afraid to get more yellow cards, but what else were you gonna address after that?
Like when he's running down the sideline, I'm scared to like cut him off. I'm scared to like cut him off and like and then like the referee calls it as a foul.
Yeah, because you want to win the ball back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I was telling Ethan, there are certain times where you can, right? Like I talked about it a little bit with you a couple weeks ago. Remember when the ball is loose, he takes a bad touch and it's a 50-50 chance for you to win.
Yes.
You would go all in. That's where you take the risk, right? As a defender, you're going to take a lot of risks, but you have to have calculated risks. It has to be a risk worth taking. If I'm on a yellow card and my team is winning 2-1 in the 85th minute and the ball is a 50-50 chance. I mean, unless I've seen this play numerous times in my head and I know I can win it, I'm going to go all in and get it. But if I'm winning 2-1 and I know this guy's a speedy dribbler, he's very fast, and we're about to win and close this game down, and he's more likely to win it, the best thing that I should do is just delay him, force him to go back. That means I will have to run goal side of him rather than side to side. Because a lot of people they tackle like this, like sideways. Sometimes you need to defend your goal, which is this way, and just force the player back to his own goal. So I mean, I think you shouldn't have to worry too much about your yellow cards, right? Like if it's just two in how many games? Two in how many games have you got?
I got one the first 9 weeks of the team, and then I got my second one like the first 3 months.
Okay, so how many games is that? Like 12-ish?
Yeah, I think.
So I don't think that's bad. Honestly, like you're a defender, right? Like you're gonna get yellow cards from time to time. I think 2 in 12 games is really not a bad number. I think if somebody like in your position was getting like has 5, 6 yellow cards in 12 games, then maybe we need to tone it back on his aggression. But I think in your situation, I don't think you're in a bad position. If you only had 2 yellow cards, like here's the thing, like look, in 10 years from now, you're gonna get a lot of yellow cards. I'm just gonna put that out there. You're gonna get like, I don't know, 20 to 30, 40 yellow cards. You might not count it over the years, but you're gonna get a lot of yellow cards. And that's just natural when it comes to being a defender. What you don't want is red cards, right? So getting maybe one yellow card, yeah, you don't want to get one per game, but you can risk that. You can risk that per game. So like let's say in a situation where like you're running 1v1 against a player and he might smoke you, right? He might get through you. If you need to foul him, you need to foul him and get a yellow card. You can't risk him just scoring an easy goal, right? And you also don't want to be the last man because if you're the last man and now you tackle him, that yellow card technically counts as a red card now. So if you're going to make the calculated risk in the tackle, you need to figure out like, is this the right time to tackle this guy if I need to tackle him, or am I the last one? If you're the last one and you tackle him and you foul him, the last one on the defense, you get a red card. So you need to make calculated risks in your mind. What works? What should I do in this moment? We talked about some of the 50-50 tackles risks that you could take, right? Like if it's a bad touch, if the player's head is down, and he's not in control of the ball completely, you can go in for a tackle. The truth is you're not going to win 100% of your tackles. That's just the truth. No one ever does. As a defender, you are going to get beat from time to time. But the best types of defenders, they take the risks that make sense. See, so I'm not saying you need to play safe. I'm not saying you need to play aggressive, but you need to play the way Jackson knows. All right, well, these are the tackles I know I can win, and these are the ones that I know I can't. And eventually, you want to get to a point where you're getting more and winning more and more tackles. You're not going to get all of them, but you need to get to a point where you're winning more and more tackles,
Okay.
right? And the best way to do that is more experience. It's gonna take a long time. You are gonna go through moments where like, man, I could get to this ball, and in that split second you go for it. He just so happened to get you before you, and you just hit him. It's an accident. It's part of the game. It's a contact sport, right? So repeat those games in your mind, the ones where you didn't make the tackle, and think to yourself like, okay, I didn't make this tackle looks like it's about to be the same one as that last one. Okay, maybe not take that tackle. Like you need to have calculated risks. You need to think about um, which ones have you won before and which ones have you not, right?
Yeah.
And over time, you'll start to take more risks, you know. But that's a good question, man. That's a really good question. Um, but I really don't think two yellow cards is bad at all. You're gonna get them. There's no doubt. It's not to say like, oh, I'm a dirty player or I get yellow cards. Like, no, like every defender is gonna go through yellow cards, you know?
Yeah. The second time I got my yellow card, it was because the other team, they switched it to the other side, and my defense thought was offside, so we just stopped. And that was the last man, so all I had to do was just kick him in the shin.
Oh, that was funny. The way you put it. Yeah, yeah, sometimes you just gotta. Yeah, and you know what the crazy thing is, sometimes you're gonna cause fouls that are really not your fault to begin with. Like, and that's just the truth, right? And I was talking about that earlier in the situation with Elijah, right? Or if he doesn't play a particular pass to his teammate correctly, and then he actually puts his teammate in the pressure, and now because his teammate is under pressure because of a bad pass or a hospital pass that he gave him, now that player has to commit the foul because of Elijah's bad pass, right? For example, like if it was Elijah giving the ball to his teammate under pressure, then the player who's pressuring his teammate takes it, then sometimes it's going to be somebody else's poor pass that causes you to get a yellow card. So again, that's another reason why you might get a yellow card. Doesn't mean that you're a bad defender. Doesn't mean that you're a dirty player. It just means like, man, I needed to take this guy down in this moment, you know? But he said kick his shin down. That was funny. But yeah, no, that's gonna happen. That's for sure gonna happen. I would be more concerned if you were getting like more red cards too, but you don't have any red cards, so you don't have to worry about that. Look at Sergio Ramos. If you know Sergio Ramos, he's got like around 40 red cards in his whole playing career. Like that's really bad. 40 red cards. It's like, wow, he's known to be like a really aggressive, dirty defender, but he's also a very good defender. He's also a very strong defender. So,
Yeah.
good question, man. You guys have some good questions today, for sure. I really appreciate you guys showing up. I'm gonna try to get some more players out on this call next week. Um, but good work, guys. Appreciate you guys showing up, even on the holiday season. I know it's been a little bit slower with the holidays, but you guys are in a good position, even just showing up. So good stuff. All right.
All right.
Anybody have any questions? Any other questions? Good questions today, guys.
No.
No? All right. Jax, anything else? All right, cool. No problem. So yeah. So Ethan, if you get a chance, let me know if you can come by Friday. I'd love to have you there and we can work a little
Okay.
more extra work. Let me know. Just shoot me a message on school if you get a green light to go. If not, no problem. I know you guys are busy throughout this time and we're gonna try
Yeah.
to stay on top of things. All right. I appreciate you guys showing out today.
Bye. Thank you.
Take care. I'll see you, Ethan.
Bye, coach.
See you, Jax. Good stuff today.
Okay.
See you next week.
Are you gonna come to my game?
When's your game?
This Sunday.
Oh, on Sunday.
Yeah.
What time?
My coach hasn't posted the time, but I'll text you on the Skull app. What time?
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, if you message me on there, I don't think, let me check my calendar super quick. I don't think I really don't have anything to do Sundays. But I would be happy to come by. Yeah, I have nothing planned this Sunday.
Oh, it's at 9:20 a.m. in Artesia High School.
TGI High?
Artesia High School, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put this on my calendar right now so I don't forget. Artesia High.
Yes.
I think I remember that's at 9:20, you said?
Yes, 9:20. That's when we kick off.
That's when you kick off at 9:20 a.m. this Sunday on December 7th, right?
Yes.
Perfect, man. I'm gonna put that down. Sundays, I usually try to go watch all of the players that I can. So you got me at the right time.
Thank
So
you.
yeah, Saturdays I try to go watch you guys too, but usually only if it's in the early morning I can because I have a student I work with on Saturdays at 2 p.m. So it's hard for me to get some games going. But you
Okay.
got me on a good day. Sundays is usually the best days that I can show up.
Okay.
All right.
All
Um,
right. Thank you.
and then Jax, real quick, you're you're born in 2015?
Yes.
Okay. Um, Okay, cool. I mean, unless you guys are traveling, there might be a winter camp, like an end of the year camp that an LAFC coach that I know runs. So if you want to show up, it'll be a good way for you to get seen by an LAFC coach. He's a good friend of mine and he's a great coach. And if
What day?
it would probably be like the dates are not out yet, but I'm just going based off what I'm guessing. They will be it'll probably be on like December 6th, 27. 28. It'll probably be like a 3-day camp type of deal. But it's a really fun camp. It's I worked on the last one for Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and it was a lot of players from LAFC that are really good there. And it'd be a good chance for you to get to know some of the LAFC kids, you know, kids who are playing
Yeah.
at LAFC Academy. You get to see like, man, what are these kids good at? Like what can you learn from them? And then you also learn from the coaches as well. So I'll put that date out soon, probably like on Instagram or maybe even this time around, I'll probably put it on the school app. So
Okay.
if you want to like meet some people from LFC, it'll be a good time. It'll be a good time if you want to come out.
Okay. That'd be great.
Cool, cool.
Thank you.
Alrighty then, man. Appreciate you coming out. You have a good rest of your night, all right?
All right. You too.
Yes, sir. Thank you.